Hello everybody and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. It is great to be back in action. I hope you all had an amazing New Year's period. Spent some time away looking at the charts. You really didn't miss too much. I was a bit inactive over the New Year's, but we're back now. It's back to business, back to our regularly scheduled programming. And we're going to start things off here with the Crypto Empire Sunday live stream. Because of course it is Sunday after all. Anyways, I hope you've all been well. Let's get right down to business. Shout out to All Day Dre. Shout out to Rigoberto Chavez in the building. We got Mega Boo as well. We got Jasper and we got Ian M. Mr. G as well. Giving the little flex emoji. What's going on, Mr. G? Good to see you as always. Let's jump right into things with our crypto market overview. So starting things off, looking at the overall market, like I said, we really didn't miss too much at the current moment in time. Bitcoin has been very range bound, and with the spot ETF approval likely happening this week, I don't expect much action to take place until that approval does actually happen. And in terms of the Bitcoin Spot ETF, what does it mean for the market? I mean, for the most part, it's a bullish thing. We're all well aware of that. We can look at this article from Crypto Potato and the Tether CEO. He's essentially saying that it's going to, be a big event. Of course, we have the halving coming up in 100 days from now, which is bigger than the ETF approval, in my opinion, because that Bitcoin halving typically does kick off the crypto bull market. And this is going to happen on April 17th, the estimated date, based off of the current Bitcoin block halving reward. So this is huge. And with that being said, we have 100 days till the halving. We have the ETF most likely getting approved this week. It could get delayed by the SEC. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. But what does this all mean for prices of our beloved altcoins and for, of course, the king, Bitcoin itself? Well, let's start discussing that in just one moment's time. Before we do that, we'll take a look at some trending altcoins. And a few altcoins are really starting to do well right now. One of them, the top of the list, is Lithium ALPH. Now, if you guys watch my live streams on a regular basis, you're well aware of ALPH. Shout out to Michael, DJI Manor, for always talking about it in the live chat. Michael coined it as the next Caspa, and at the time, it was around 90 cents. I think this was on the Christmas special live stream we were talking about it. And in 2 weeks' time, it's now trading for $2.24. ALPH. Is it the next Caspa? We'll see. All I know is it's doing amazing. Really, it's had a great run over the past few months. If we take a look at the 1-year performance, it is up 39x in price. Okay, so this is a proof of work coin, and it is going vertical right now. So it's a good thing to see that. Congratulations if you caught this move. We are also starting to see some other coins really start to wake up. We have SEI doing great, but one that I'm holding and one that I've been in from around $8 to $10 is actually Tectum here, Tectum and TET. Tectum has had an amazing run. Turn this air conditioner on. It's getting a little bit hot in here. Anyways, Tectum has had an amazing run recently. Congratulations to everybody in the community or anybody out there who is holding Tectum. Some people got in at the Pico bottom at $4. Some people got in like myself at $8 to $10. Regardless, if you bought it at any time over the past few months and you remained patient and you trusted the process, you are now being rewarded for it. You can see Tectum right now trading for $37, almost $38. It did hit a high of over $40 recently. I believe it was like $43. So this is what happens when you buy the undervalued altcoins and you simply wait. A lot of people are very confused about how to play the crypto market cycle. They think you need to do all these things like constantly trade in and out and go and buy the next thing that everybody is talking about online, but that is actually completely wrong. Besides just necessary trades, such as taking profits, or if one of your buys gets compromised in some way, shape, or form, like the project has showed that it's no longer worthy of being held in your portfolio, these are necessary trades. Aside from necessary trades, You really don't have to do anything 90% of the time except for trust your judgment, trust your thesis of why you actually bought a coin in the first place, and let it ride. Let the chips fall where they may. We are speculating here. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We are forecasting what may happen in the future. But if you guys have been paying attention to the channel here, we've been doing a pretty good job of this speculation game of forecasting and picking the good altcoins. And I do expect this trend to continue all throughout 2024 and 2025 if the bull run does extend, as it typically does 1 year past the halving. So if you're brand new to Crypto Empire, I welcome you to the channel. I suggest you subscribe so that you don't miss anything and you can get into these projects early, because I do release them first in my Discord, but nonetheless, I talk about them all the time in my live streams, shortly after, and there's plenty of gains to be had just watching the channel, paying attention, and, getting involved in the community here. So these are some trending coins right now. We also have TIA. TIA is very, very interesting in the Cosmos ecosystem. A lot of people are just staking their TIA to get TIA airdrops. I believe the first TIA airdrop happened and it was like $1,000 or $1,200 or something like that. So if you're staking TIA for those airdrops, keep at it, keep doing it. Same thing with injective INJ. A lot of people are buying INJ to stake it for airdrops. And, if you're holding INJ, you might as well stake it. Me personally, I don't like to lock up my tokens for 3 weeks at a time. I've done that in the past. This is not my first cycle at this moment in time. I used to stake all of my coins, and personally, I don't like to lock up my capital for 3 weeks. It doesn't allow you to stay liquid and fluid, because there are times where you simply need to sell, you need to exit. Are we at that point right now in the cycle? Maybe we can go into that big scare, that big shakeout period that I have talked about quite a bit on the previous weeks and months here on the channel, right? We may get that big scare and shake people out. Coming up with the Bitcoin ETF approval, it's possible. But nonetheless, I like to be fluid. I like to be liquid. So I don't really like to stake and lock up my tokens. Anyways, that's a topic for a different video. We'll discuss that at a different date. Anyways, looking at these trending altcoins, Arbitrum as well, finally picking up. And overall, things are looking pretty good. Stacks STX doing amazing at $1.74. Anyways, let's take a look at the chat here, and let me catch up with everybody and welcome everybody back to the channel after our long hiatus over the New Year's period. Shout out to WP saying good to have you back. Guys, by the way, we have over 60 people watching, only 10 likes. That's really weak. Go ahead and smash that like button right now. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Anyway, shout out to WP saying good to have you back. I'm glad that we are back, WP. It feels good to be back in action, back in business, and time to actually dominate 2024. We got Andre saying the big man Connor is back to save us. Well, I'm here to guide you, right? You must participate in your own rescue if you're looking to be saved. Nobody is coming to save you, but I can guide you on the path and just tell you what I'm doing. And you can use that as kind of a North Star guiding light. But again, nobody is coming to save you. You must participate in your own rescue. And you're always here, Andrea, so I know you're putting in the work. I know you're doing the things that need to be done to get to where you want to get. So it's good to have you here, and yeah, we're back. We are so back. Shout out to Ladradoodle saying hello, Empire. Connor, glad to have you back. It's good to be back. I know you were a little bit worried about me, Ladradoodle. I appreciate your concern. Truly, I do appreciate that. Everything is fine. We're all good. I was simply enjoying life away from staring at the screens for most of my day. Let's see what else is going on here. Shout out to Mr. G. Solidus AI is doing good. We got McNaz as well saying, in the long term, do you feel like the ETF is bullish? Long term, it's going to ruin crypto by bringing regulation a lot sooner. So McNaz, good question. In terms of that ETF, so is it good in the long term? All it means is that the suits are now going to control the show. Right? All your kind of cartoon avatar profile pictures that have been running the show, say on crypto Twitter, it's going to be a changing of the guard, right? Maybe these cartoon avatar guys will continue to have a big say, but most likely they're going to get influenced, some kind of collaboration by the suits, the entities, right? So yeah, long term, all it means is it's a passing of the guard. The big boys are here. They're here to take over, right? They're not here to take part. They are here to take over the crypto market and fully control it. They are buying up all of the Bitcoin mining infrastructure. They want to fully control the network, right? They want to have full control. If there's a halving, or not a halving, if there is a hard fork in the future, they want to have a say. They want to have control over what happens in that hard fork, right? They will want to censor transactions, say from particular nations in the future. It's going to get very spicy and very interesting now that the big entities are taking over the Bitcoin network and crypto in general, the entire market. So is it good long term? That's up for debate. It depends what side of the coin you're looking at, right? Because there's always multiple perspectives here. My perspective, right, I like what crypto offers: peer-to-peer, electronic, digital cash, no middleman, and that will still exist. But yeah, it's going to get very interesting here with all the reasons that I did just bring up. And yeah, it's up for your own interpretation of whether or not it's good or bad long term. Some people will say it's good. Some people will say it's bad. It's all about how you look at the world. And, we do live in a clown world after all, so most people will probably think it's an amazing thing. Anyways, Boca Jr. says, Connor, can MVC Space do a 100x in the bull run? Well, we'll look at Space, and then we're going to get into our regularly scheduled programming here at the Crypto Empire Sunday live stream. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. Now, Space right now is at a $53 million market cap. Can this go to a $5.3 billion market cap? It's certainly in the realm of possibilities. It's not impossible to see Space go ahead and hit a $5 billion market cap. Now, personally, I started buying Space up at around $10. It dropped to $8 for a few weeks. I think it even dropped to $6 after I took my initial entry at $10. Right? So that was like a $20 billion or $20 million market cap. Now, I only needed to go to a $2 billion market cap for me to hit a 100x for my first entry, right? I think that's definitely possible. $5 billion is also possible. It's in the realm of possibilities. Space is very bullish. It's on the same level as Tectum, right? If not even stronger fundamentally. Right now we're seeing Tectum have a nice increase in price. Both of these projects have very low total supply and circulating supply, right? They have good tokenomics. With Tectum, for some reason, the team was saying that they didn't do any private sales, they didn't do any private raises, but they clearly did do a private sale. They have VCs backing it. Space is a fair launch through and through. So, I do hold both. I have a larger position in Space than TET. But nonetheless, yeah, it's possible to see something like Space hit a $5.3 billion market cap at the peak of the bull run. But we'll see. For my entry, and if everybody else's entry in the Discord, or if you were watching me on YouTube, we only need around a $2 billion market cap for a 100x. So that's definitely a lot more possible than a $5 billion, but both can happen. Cheers. One more question on altcoins, and then we'll get to Bitcoin. We got Megaboo saying, hey Connor, I've noticed Nakamoto Games has been dumping recently. What's your opinion on that? So my opinion on Nakamoto Games selling off a little bit is I'm not necessarily worried in the slightest. It had a big run up to $2, and essentially the whales started to sell at $2. That's okay, right? Everybody, this is a free market. You can sell whenever you want. You can see the peak over here just above $2 in early December. Here we are a month later. We're down quite a bit, 25-30% plus. So does that mean this is the end of Nakamoto Games and that it's over, it's done for, and we should just exit the position altogether and run into other gaming projects? No, absolutely not, in my opinion. Right? I still think Naka is going to be a top gaming project in the bull run. And like I have repeated myself numerous times, most altcoins are not going to have parabolic increases in price until Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. Naka was one of the best performers in the bear market, right? It had an amazing 2023. Take a look at the chart real quick of Nakamoto Games. And here we are on a level I have marked on the chart exactly, which is interesting to see. But nonetheless, Nakamoto Games had a stellar 2023 over here. As you can see, start of the year, it was at around 5 to 6 cents, about 7 cents. Ran all the way up to $2 in the year. All right, so a really, really impressive performance here, like 40x or so. So, yeah, I mean, it's fine if it's selling off right now. We definitely want to see it start to establish some kind of basing, some kind of support at our daily moving averages. We have the daily 100 moving average here at $1.31. And we have the daily 200 EMA at $1.04. So whether we make it down to the 200 daily EMA or not, we'll see, right, at $1.04. But I would definitely expect this area of price action to act as some kind of support. This level of demand here at around $1.30. But yeah, I would just be patient and take advantage. Like I wrote in my free ebook, you have to learn to love the red days. Everybody wants to be a buyer up here. Everybody's like, oh, I wish I bought more when it was down here at 90 cents, right? My initial entry down here at around 86 to 90 cents, right? Everybody was saying, oh, I wish I bought more over here at $1.25. So they buy it over here, and then they get scared and they panic when the price comes back down to the levels that they wish they bought it in the first place, right? So the red days are simply just, you have to embrace them, and you have to understand the fact that if you're investing for the actual bull market and you're not trying to trade in and out constantly, you know, with the bulk of your portfolio, with the bulk of your capital, you have to be patient and learn to love these red days. So I'm not really concerned in the slightest bit. I still think Naka has the potential to reach possibly $100 in a sustained bull run. I do think that is certainly possible. I think on the conservative side, we'll see something like a $30 to a $40 Nakamoto Games in the bull run, and that's very conservative, right? But realistically speaking, I would like to see it hit $100 per token. That's just me, not financial advice. If you want to play it safe, you can go by Bitcoin, Ethereum, Quant and HBAR, and play it like that. But I like to play these altcoins personally, so we'll see what happens. All right, so let's get into Bitcoin, and then we'll take a look at some more questions. So Bitcoin right now, very simple analysis we should be looking out for. So Bitcoin has been in this trading range for all month long, for all of December, I should say now, or all of January 2024. It's a new year. Happy New Year. I'm gonna say I was gonna say something about New Year's resolutions and whatever, but yeah, not really that important. Just do what you got to do to get where you want to get, right? Don't treat the new year like it's this new beginning, right? You should just be doing the work regardless. You should be training, you should be taking care of your body, and you should be doing whatever you can to drive as much capital as possible into the crypto market so that you can go ahead and realize the financial returns that can change your life realistically in this upcoming bull run. Stay the course, trust the process, do what you got to do to get where you want to get. Anyways, Happy New Year. Now, Bitcoin right now, we're in a must-break resistance zone over here at $44,000. We have been rejected time and time again recently over the past few days. As you can see, every time Bitcoin has come up into this $44,000 to $44,500 region, we have gotten pushed back down. We've gotten rejected in price. So I would like to see a breakout here and push higher up to 48K. And I think that would give some leeway for my current altcoin long on INJ to hit my first target at $43. But if we do get rejected, I have a clear invalidation. Nonetheless, if we do get rejected, we want to stay in the chop zone at the very least. Okay, the chop zone ends down here at around $41,000 to $40,000. All right, we want to see this level hold down here, this level of demand. If we do break down through it, we can see prices below 40K from 39, possibly even to the mid $30,000 levels. right? People calling for like 25K, 20K again. Not sure we go down that low. I doubt we go down that low. Worst case scenario, I would be looking, if you look at our daily moving averages, the daily 200 is down here at $34,000. So, that kind of is the worst case for me. And if you look at the chart, that makes perfect sense as well. Right, we have some levels of demand over here at 34K. So that's kind of the worst case for me right now, but we're going to play it by ear and see what the market does give us. But right now we're trying to crack above resistance. So we'll see if we can get that crack above resistance and push up to 48K. That's what I'm watching for right now on BTC. Again, this ETF is possibly going to get approved by as early as Tuesday of this week. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's definitely going to sell off. It's going to be a sell the news event. Exit the market, run for the hills. We're going lower. Then you have the other side, people saying, oh, this is extremely bullish. The market's going to pump. Get ready to rally with the ETF approval. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? There is no definite answer. We are speculating on what's going to happen in the future here. So just play it safe. And if you're leveraged right now, be careful. Have your invalidation levels. Don't go overboard. And just play it by ear, because nobody knows exactly how this is going to play out here. We are all just speculating. All right, so that's BTC. ETH looks a little bit more dodgy. Ethereum does look a little bit more dodgy. Let me go to my watch list and get a different Ethereum chart. This one should suffice. So ETH over here, yeah, I mean, worst case scenario I see for ETH right now, I would be looking for a move to fill this wick from the flash crash that happened. When did this happen? On January 3rd, right? I was down in a tropical Thai island when this happened, and I logged on to Twitter, and everybody's like, oh my God, sell everything. Like, when you're detached from the crypto market and then you log back in and see, like, just how stupid everything is, right? This it's a joke. But yeah, it's just like, it's laughable. Anyways, yeah, for ETH, I can see the worst case scenario coming down here to 2050, right? $2,050. Maybe we fill it down here and then head back up. But yeah, ETH does look a little bit more dodgy than Bitcoin. And, ETH has been a laggard for the past few months. Bitcoin has been the king. It's been the main part of the show. And Ethereum is not going to have its day in the sun until Bitcoin's ETF gets approved. And then the Ethereum ETF speculation starts. When that happens, we can see Ethereum really start to pick up. But it doesn't look like that's going to be happening, within the next few weeks to a few months possibly. Anyways, that's Bitcoin and ETH. We'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It's still charging up right now in the daily time frame. BTC Dom. We have our circle up here at 60%. Probably does still make its way up there, right? People are saying, oh, it's going to drop down back into the sub 40s and we're going to get the altcoin season. I don't think that's going to happen just yet. Most likely we do fill the circle up here at 60%. And then our total charts. Let's look at our weekly totals. So again, we're looking for big increases in the total, right? We want to see some new highs. We want to see $6 trillion to $10 trillion for the total crypto market cap. Right now we're at 1.61 trillion. So a ways to go. We'll see if our speculation and forecasting is correct on this. But the main thing that I like to watch and look at is the total 2 and the total 3, right? The total 2 does include Ethereum. The total 3 here does not include Ethereum. And as you can see, we have broken out above that bear market range high on the total 3 altcoin chart. And we have retested it this week, right? Retested the breakout. And we're still above that breakout line at 453 billion. Right now we're at $470 billion in the altcoin market, excluding Ethereum. So this chart is still intact. It's looking fine. We'll see if this turns into a deviation, but I kind of doubt it, being that this is a 567-day breakout. 567 days of the bear market has come to a close, and we're now in a fresh new uptrend on the weekly and monthly time frames. So if you're still bearish, it doesn't make sense at all whatsoever. If you look at these charts, right, we're in fresh weekly and monthly uptrends. So that's my take on the overall macro. 2024 is going to be a very interesting year, right? We'll see if we do get some explosive increases in price. We'll see if this turns out to be a year of choppy consolidation. We'll see. We will see, but I do think the worst is behind us. The bear market is over, and we have a lot to look forward to regardless. If we do end up consolidating for a few months, so be it, right? We've sat through the entire bear market so far. I was here every single day. What's 90 more days of boring price action at this point? I can stomach it. I can handle it. If you just joined over the past few weeks to few months, maybe it will be shocking to you to see prices do nothing for months on end. But if you've been here the entire time, like I know most of you have been, it's just going to be another day walking through the park. Another day in crypto. So we'll see how the year does go. We're prepared for it. We're ready to dominate whatever does happen. I am at the forefront of this, and I am very, very tapped in, and I'm ready to go. So whatever happens, I'm ready for whatever outcome presents itself. Anyways, let me catch up with our live chat over here and see what's going on. Let's see. We got Mr. G saying that Neutron is doing very well. Yeah, Neutron is doing very well. I know that some big VC guys are very, very bullish on Neutron. And this is basically a Cosmos ecosystem, layer 1 network, Neutron NTRN. If you look at its price performance, up 130% over the past 30 days, it seems like a solid hold. It does seem like a good one. I think the market cap is what, 70? No, it's not 70. It is over $1 billion. 700 mil, possibly. Doesn't show it here on CoinGecko. We could just multiply the supply by the price and get it. I'm not going to do that right now on stream. But nonetheless, yeah, Neutron is a good altcoin. I don't hold any of it. It's been brought to my attention by numerous people, numerous sources outside of any social media, YouTube circles, right? Some actual, guys with some big cash, some big pockets. So yeah, Neutron's a good one. Seems like a solid hold for the bull run. But remember, you can't hold them all. You cannot catch them all, right? So that's why I said earlier, people think they need to chase the new coin that everybody's talking about on Twitter, on X, right? It's X, not Twitter anymore. Let's call it X, right? Or they need to chase the new coin that all the YouTubers are being paid to talk about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that whatsoever, right? You should stick to the coins that you have very high conviction in, and you should concentrate the majority of your capital into those projects. And, one high cap that I think is a no-brainer for any portfolio. Yes, Tao is great. Tao is still my largest hold. But one coin that is also up there is Render, right? Render can pull some insane numbers this run. So you can go chase Neutron, Lithium, Mint Layer, all these other coins. They're all good, right? But it's best to concentrate capital into high conviction plays, and Render is at the top of my conviction list for sure. I'm very bullish on Render. Anyways, I just figured I would bring that up. We got Jazzy saying, good to see you back, Landed. What's going on, Jazzy? It's good to have you here, my friend. T-Bird saying, SNG still below public sale price. I've never heard of SNG. No idea what it is. Synergy Land. It looks like a gaming project. Let's take a look at the chart. Why not? Synergy Land. 24 mil market cap. So this looks like a lot of gaming charts on this weekly price chart. The launch price was at 13.15 cents. Is at 12 cents right now. Let's check out this Twitter account. Explore diverse dungeons and undertake unforgettable adventures within a new era of AAA Web3 gaming. Selling land. Buy my land. Buy my land. You can have land in the metaverse. Annoying at this point, right? Will that land be valuable? Maybe. Probably not, though. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, it's another gaming project. I haven't done any research into this one. Could be a good one, but I'm pretty well exposed on the gaming side, and my gaming coins. If you watch my videos, you already know my gaming coins have absolutely crushed it so far already. Right, so I'm not interested in adding another one to the list right now, but thank you for bringing Synergy Land to my attention. We got Topi Whale saying, good to have you back, Connor, and Happy New Year to you. Thank you, Topi. I appreciate that, my friend. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream so far, I would really appreciate it if you smash the like button for me. Help me out in the YouTube algorithm, and we have over 110 people watching, only 47 likes. That's less than a 50% ratio, which is really, really bad. So again, hit that like button. I appreciate your support. Aaron saying, hey pal, new to your channel and really like your content. I've been looking at AMO. Do you have any opinion on this? So I believe that's Amino Rewards. And my opinion on this one is that it does have some good growth potential. I know they had a big pre-sale. I personally was not involved in that pre-sale, so maybe I'm a little bit salty, right? But nonetheless, I haven't bought it. I haven't bought this project yet. But looking at this chart now, if I was to buy it, it's now at price levels that actually interest me. Before it was overextended, right? Before it was up here at 0.003 cents. You got everybody that was in the pre-sale just like saying it's the greatest thing on crypto Twitter, which again brings me back to the point earlier. There's always going to be a new flavor of the month coin that everybody's talking about on Twitter. When Amino did their token generation event and everybody who got into the pre-sale, got their tokens, they're all like, oh my God, this is the best project ever. They're partnered with the San Francisco 49ers. They have an advertisement at the 49ers games every Sunday. It's the best thing ever, right? Everybody's talking about it, saying that it's great, and you end up being the sucker if you buy it up here. And now it's back down to basically the launch price levels. So it would make a lot more sense to take a position now than before. Nonetheless, it's an interesting concept, interesting idea, where I believe it's like an exercise to earn token, sweat to earn. I'm not mistaken. Let's double check that. Amino move. It pays to be healthy. How it works. Get our app and start moving. Improve your health and fitness. Earn AMO. Use AMO to buy stuff from your favorite retailers and brands. It's an interesting idea, right? Will it work? In a bull run, the dumbest things go up in price. So yeah, I can see it doing pretty good in the bull run. And again, looking at the chart, it's back down to interesting price levels. Right? It's basically down, 50% from these highs? 50% exactly. My math is on point today. Yeah, anyways, that's my opinions on Amino AMO. Could be a good play. And it's at a much better price than it was months ago to buy. Joe Farn says, thoughts on XRP. So my thoughts on XRP is that, fundamentally speaking, it's absolute trash. You have the XRP army for, like a decade now, saying that it's the greatest thing ever and it's going to be the new quantum financial system and the whole world is going to convert to the XRP standard. Right? Dorks, absolute dorks out there who still believe that. However, with that being said, we will have a central bank digital currency narrative this cycle. And with that, I do expect XRP to make a new all-time high. The all-time high is at $3.40. That happened 6 years ago exactly. January 7th of 2018. I do think XRP will make a new all-time high, but that's what, like 6x, 7x. So it's really not that impressive, right? We're going after 30x, 50x, 100x here, right? If you want like a conservative 7x here, you can get XRP and wait till it makes a new all-time high. So that's my thoughts on XRP. I think it will do good off of the central bank digital currency narrative that will spring up eventually this cycle. You'll see the banker coins like HBAR, Quant, XRP, XLM, Algorand, right? All like the ISO coins, the banker coins, do well when that narrative takes off. But personally, I'm against that whole thesis. I'm against that whole idea. And I think there's much better investments on the market to hold compared to these projects. But you guys can keep on believing in that quantum financial system. Be my guest. Let's see what's going on. We got Christopher F. saying, Connor, how is your confidence in Tao after the recent changes? So my confidence in Tao after the recent changes, my confidence has not necessarily changed. I don't believe there's been any drastic changes to the protocol as far as I'm concerned. They switched wallets. See the laydown of what's happening. Launch of subnets. Subnet tokens. I mean, look, you have to understand this thing, when the price increase happened, the subnets just launched. It's still a very, very early concept. It's still a very early idea, still being developed right now. So they're implementing things, they're implementing changes, they're building out the network, they're building out the protocol. But the vision of decentralized AI still remains, right? Whatever changes there are, like the main core vision is still the same. And that's what got me to invest so heavily into it in the first place. So yes, the price is selling off right now. The price is no longer like $350. I'm not too concerned personally. I still think Tao has the potential to see some huge, huge moves in the bull run. Right? I still think this can be like a relatively safe, clean 25x, like from current prices. And, you know, if you were paying attention when we were first covering Tao here at Crypto Empire, really one of the first people to talk about it on YouTube. I'm not like the first, like you got some guys out there who think like they say like I was the first person ever to talk about it. They think it's like an amazing thing. Like I don't really care about that, but you know, I was pretty early to it compared to everybody else who's making videos out there, right? Talking about it down here at like 50 to 60 bucks. So with that being said, you know, we're up massively already. And, you know, we're still above a 4x or so. So a 25x from here would be, you know, like 100x from entry. So it's possible. And I'm not too concerned about the changes. It's still being developed right now. The overall core vision of decentralized artificial intelligence still remains. And again, that's the thesis of why I went into it heavily when not many people were that interested in it in the first place. We have a lot of new AI coins popping up that are trying to, you know, be the same thing of decentralized AI. Tao has proven itself to be the market leader right now. It is selling off, people de-risking, taking profit, whatever. But my thesis and my opinion hasn't changed. This is still the largest holding in my current portfolio. Ladradoodle said he went dad mode. That's funny. I appreciate it, Ladradoodle. I really do. But we're all good over here. Thank you for looking out for me. Satoshi Nakadodo says how to buy space. You can get it on MEXC. ZBC how to buy. Never heard of Zbeck protocol before. Look, if you want to know how to buy a token, you search it in CoinGecko. You find the token, you click on it, you go to markets. It will tell you the exchanges that it's listed on. Right? These simple questions that should not require, like right now we're using time of the live stream to answer a question like this. Like, come on. Search it on CoinMarketCap, search it on CoinGecko, hit markets, and you will see every exchange that it's listed on. Right? Let's use our time more productively and get into some juicy stuff and not like just repeat ourselves on these very basic questions. Zahid says, Render, what price to buy it? Yeah, let's talk about some altcoins and where to buy them, where to be looking for them. So Render right now, looking at the chart. Very interesting level over here at $3.64. Our daily EMAs, they lie between $3.07 and $2.72. Okay, so if we're looking for like the best value, we want to be waiting for down here between 307 and 272, 273. Righty, be patient, but if we do get a sell the news event with the ETF, it's very, very possible we retest these EMAs. They have not been retested since October 4th. October 4th was the last time we touched these EMAs. And it's been quite a while now, right? That's what, 3 months ago? 95 days, yeah, 3 months. So that's where I would be looking. 275 makes a lot of sense. Let's see, Rigoberto says, a few more months from the halving, then 12 to 15 months of bull run. Yeah, that's exactly right. We have a lot to look forward to here. 100 days. And Rose has done well. Rose has done quite well. Rose has done quite well. If we look at this, I remember this blue line right at 4.7, 4.8 cents. This is when I started covering Rose very heavily. Back at the beginning of last year, spent a long period of time from August till October below that at 4 cents, and it recently exploded up to 15 cents. So that's a clean 3x plus, almost a 4x in price. Yeah, not a bad run. Some coins did end up doing better, but Rose, it's a good AI coin. I'll make some videos about Rose because there's a lot going on with this project, right? In terms of a privacy layer 1 EVM network. Very strong founder, Don Song. Very published academic researcher. So yeah, Rose is a good one. You can't knock it in terms of AI privacy. It's got a lot going for it. And I'll make some more videos on Rose in the future very soon. Can't knock it. It's a good project. Raphael says, what is Redstone Oracle? I've never heard of Redstone Oracle before. I'm not sure. Mr. G says $1 for Rose is coming. For sure, it's very possible. Anyone holding Jito? I am not holding Jito, Mr. G. JTO Jito, staking protocol on Solana. It's a governance token. It doesn't really have too much value, right? Like, what's the point of holding the token other than speculation? But nonetheless, yeah, we'll see what happens with JTO. It's similar to something like LDO on Ethereum, and LDO is bullish. I think LDO will do well in the bull run. When Ethereum gets its ETF hype, we can see LDO hit double digits pretty easily and see some multiples. Let's see, we got Brian Regasa saying, welcome back, Connor. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Good to have you here, my friend. Mr. G says, hard to predict whether it's going or where it's going, but Jito long-term bullish. Yeah, same thing like I just said with LDR, right? These staking protocol projects, they're governance tokens. They really don't have that much value on things, but people like to speculate. Big VCs are invested, and, they want to pump the price. So, yeah, I can see that for sure. Cole Rabby says, what do you think of space long term? I answer that in the beginning of the live stream, and just for the sake of the viewers who have been with me from the very beginning, and everybody who is going to watch this replay in the future, I don't want to repeat myself, but I see space doing well in the long term. You can rewind the live stream to the beginning to get my full space analysis. Pure Shock says, hey, opinion on CSIX. Carbon browser. So yeah, this is the only browser that I would consider worth holding. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. Right, there's a lot of browser token options out there. I think Carbon is one of the best ones. I don't hold Carbon myself, but one more time I'll repeat myself. Carbon is probably the only browser token worth holding if you want to invest in that narrative, invest in that thesis for the crypto bull market. Andrea says, at this point, I'm setting up buy zone on everything in the 200 EMA on the daily. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a good strategy, but you can be left in the dust if it doesn't make its way down there, which is why it's a good idea to also use supply and demand, right? Use everything that I teach. Supply and demand is the main bread and butter. Because I remember, if you guys recall, like Caspa, down here, is this the chart I want now? Let's go to the MEXC chart. Right, Caspa, we were essentially saying, oh, it was going to come down to the 200 daily EMA down here. It never did, and I ended up buying before the breakout. But if I was to wait for the daily 200 EMA, well, I would have never taken a position. So you can't just use one thing, right? The speculation game is not that simple, right? If everybody's waiting for the daily 200 EMA, it's not going to, the market won't give it. The market won't give what everybody is waiting for, right? So you need to be fluid. You need to be dynamic. You need to be able to read the charts, read the market, use supply and demand, look at how things are shaping up, and make decisions from that. Because again, a lot of people could be waiting for the dip that may never come, and they'll be forced to buy back in higher, essentially, or buy at higher prices than they wanted. And that's never a good feeling. So don't just write it in stone that you have to wait for the daily 200 EMA, because Caspa is just one example. I mean, yes, Caspa is in a league of its own, right? It's one of the most fundamentally solid, if not the most fundamentally solid altcoins on the market. But yeah, it's just a good example of the fact that if you're just waiting for the daily 200 EMA, it can never come, and you could be just left in the dust. I'm going to fix my camera real quick, ladies and gentlemen, so that you guys can see me talk while we're live. Give me one moment. Not too sure why it disconnects like that. It's a very high capacity cord connecting the camera to my computer. But nonetheless, it does appear that after a period of time, it loses connection and I have to reset it manually. I appreciate your patience. Let's see. What's going on in this live chat? Shout out to the Silva Dalla. What's going on, Silva Dalla? Good to see you. We got a full jam-packed house today in the live chat. I appreciate all you guys being here. Smash up that like button if you're just tuning in right now. Cole Robbie says, bit off topic. What made you choose Thailand to live in mainly? Well, when I was a young buck, when I was 21 years old, I came out here for the first time. And I really liked it. I wanted to come back, and also one regret that I had was that I didn't train any Muay Thai the first time that I came out here. So this time I've been taking advantage of the Thai national sport, which is Muay Thai. I've been training a lot. I certainly was looking forward to that. And also I just kind of needed to, I needed I wanted to go travel, get out of the US, right? So yeah, that's why I came to Thailand. Also, quality of life is very good. They have everything you need. Your money stretches very far here. Cost of living is, I mean, it's like dirt cheap. So yeah, you can live a very good life. It's a good place for the bull run as well, being that I'm from the US, because I can get access to everything, right? I don't even need to use a VPN if I don't have to, or if I don't want to anymore, which is very, very convenient. So just little stuff like that goes a long way as well. Obviously, I can go anywhere for that, but I'm also skipping the winter, right? I'm skipping the harsh, brutal winter. I know it's snowing right now in New Jersey and New York, where I'm from, and I'm very glad to be in sunshine, 80-degree, 90-degree weather every single day. What else is going on over here? Bitcoin going higher. I will sell 10%. Sounds good, Bill. I like that strategy. Where can you buy Tao in the US? RocketX Exchange is probably your best bet. RVF, RocketX. Talking about undervalued altcoins, RVF, $65 million market cap, right? This has a multi-billion-dollar market cap written all over it. For the reasons that I just said, right? If you're in the US and you can't access an exchange, you can access RocketX. You can use any crypto on any blockchain to buy whatever you want, right? Cross-chain swaps, easy, no problem. Good liquidity, relatively low fees for the convenience of using it. Again, this is a multi-billion-dollar crypto project as far as I'm concerned. Really good tokenomics. Most coins are already in circulation. Up until the Bitcoin halving, they're doing a buyback and burn with fees. This has a winner written all over it. And if you don't see it yourself, maybe go to the doctor and get your eyes checked. This is a winner, RocketX, and I've been saying that for months. It's already increased quite a bit in value, but really not that much, relatively speaking. But yeah, RocketX, if you want to buy like Tao, if you want to buy Caspa in the US, if you want to buy anything, basically, you can get it on RocketX, which is great. Let's see. Some people are saying there will be a recession in 2024. Since there's always a recession after the rate cuts, what do you think about that? I doubt that happens before the elections occur in the US. Remember, this is an election year as well. November, we have a new US presidential election. I seriously doubt there's going to be a recession before an election. That kind of rhymes. Maybe I'm a poet and I don't even know it, but the way that I speak sure does show it. Anyways, yeah, I doubt that it's going to happen before the election. How low can ICP go? Let's see. Let's take a look at our 4-hour trends. So in our 4-hour trends, high nines possibly. Does make sense. $9 to $10 looks like a good level to wait for based off our 4-hour time frame. Your 4-hour 200 EMA is down here at 982, 983. That looks like a decent level. I'd be waiting for around $10 if you're waiting for ICP to drop. Let's see, Mr. G. Alts are bleeding out, most are down a lot. Ator's pumping. Catching a bid. Everybody who doubted Ator, it's making a comeback. But yeah, most altcoins are actually bleeding out right now. We do have some coins doing okay. I'm looking at my watch list. Let's take a look at this watch list. And yeah, most coins are not doing too hot right now. Bit of a stall out period as we wait for Bitcoin to make its next move. Continuing to get rejected from our must break resistance zone up here at around 45, or I should say $44,500. Blue Camille, what are your thoughts on Ace? So my thoughts on Ace is that I think it's going to be really big winner, really good gaming project. Now, they had a Binance Launchpad. They allowed people to play their game all throughout 2023 and farm the token. And when the token generation event took place, basically there were just more sellers than buyers up here from all the people that took the necessary actions to get access to the token early. Right? They took profit over here at around 15 bucks, 14, 16, whatever. But we are establishing some kind of equilibrium, right? People are interested in buying down here at $8. And again, this is a very solid gaming project. I expect it to do really well. And it's a brand new token, right? We like the new tokens. We like the tokens that have not experienced the bull run yet, that has a strong team, solid product, right? This is a good game. People are actually playing it. So I think it can do really well. And market cap right now is under 100 mil, which is nice. That's very good. Good to see. Smash up that like button, guys. We got Coin Operated saying, "What's up, Connor? Glad to catch the live stream. Good to have you here." McNaz says, "Tao can be accessed on MEXC and BingX." Yeah, that's true. Cubic. Shout out to Michael Scruggs. Can Cubic hit 0.001? So right now it's trading for $3,417 per billion. So this decimal place would be 34,000. This decimal place would be 330,000. What did you ask? 0.001. This decimal place would be... So are you saying it can reach $1 billion per billion cubic? That's quite a stretch. That's very, very hopeful and optimistic. $1 million per billion cubic. That's very optimistic. I wouldn't count on that happening, right? Maybe if you're holding it depends how many billion cubic you're holding, right? If you're holding, say, 1 billion cubic, you should not wait for that at all. If you're holding 15 billion to say 20, 25, 30 billion, you want to scale out on the way up, and then you can save 1 billion if it does hit $1 million per billion cubic units. That's very optimistic. I can't say that it's going to make its way up there. A 100x from right now would be 340K per billion. And that's a much more reasonable assessment at a $25 billion market cap. That's possible, especially with the credentials of come from beyond the founder of this project. Anyways, good question. Mighty Solutions. Most of my portfolio I hold is Quant. Great project. I mean, look, you must be new here. Quant is not bad. But the thing is, there's so many better options out there. That's my thoughts on Quant. There's just too many better options out there to hold, right? People were buying Quant at $1 to $3 in the last bear market. It pumped to $300. They all sold it. People bought it at $300. They were the buyers to the whales selling that all got in early. Now these people are hurt. They're down bad. They're waiting for price to go back up. Also, the fundamentals of the project, right? Interoperability, stuff like that. Does anybody actually use Quant for anything? It's enterprise level. I mean, will they actually adopt it and use it? It's all speculation. Nobody really knows. I just think there's too many better options out there to hold compared to Quant. That's why I don't hold it. That's why I'm not interested in holding it. But I wish you all the best, my friend. God bless. Godspeed. It can do well. It can multiply. I'm not going to say it's not going to go up. Realistically speaking, everything goes up in a bull run. I just think the coins that I like and the coins that I hold will heavily outperform it. And again, like I said in the beginning of the live stream, we will see where the chips fall. Wherever the chips fall, we play our hand to the best of our ability and we make the most of it. So, if Quant is your ace card, I think my ace cards are going to absolutely trump yours personally. But we'll see. Tyler says, thoughts on Star Atlas. Good gaming project on Solana. Has potential. Andrea says, I'm going all in Render if we come down to the $2 area. And what about VeChain? VeChain, again, there's too many other better projects out there to hold compared to VeChain. All right, this is a Dino coin. It's old. Right, this is as far as I'm concerned, this is a washed up old token. It's had its day. It's already had its 100x's. Move on to the new stuff. Like I always say here at Crypto Empire, we like the new shiny coins, and VeChain is it's a washed up Dino coin. You know, people have been saying for like years now that it's going to go to $1. I doubt it makes a new all-time high past 28 cents. VeChain's going to $1. Oh. Look, you can listen to those people, but I'm not going to, and I'm not going to hold any VeChain. I held it last cycle, and I made good gains from it. But this is a new cycle, and with new cycles come new opportunities, and new projects, and new perspectives, and new narratives. VeChain is old news. Anyways, Render. Yeah, I mean, if we come down to $2, that would be amazing. Will that happen? Unless we get some kind of nasty correction, I doubt that's going to happen. All right, I know there's like a crowd of people out there that think Render is going to have this crazy big correction. Right, like if it comes down to $2, 60%, it's possible. Let's see. What was this correction if we measure it out? 57%. So you guys are asking for another, 50 to 60% correction after we already had one in 2023. I'm not sure the market is going to be that forgiving and that gracious and that, generous again, right? Because typically, if we are actually entering into a bull run, the pullbacks become shallower. Now we've already seen a 31% pullback. So now you're asking for another 30% pullback to see that $2 level. That's asking a lot from the market. Not to say that it can't happen, but just if you wait for $2, I'm just afraid that you're never going to get it and you'll be forced to buy back in, much higher. But hey, that's you, right? So you can wait for that. I just think it's a bad idea to wait for $2. And why isn't Theta moving? Theta, another one that's old news. It's had its day in the sun, right? It already did 100x last cycle. And I mean, from the bottom, it did almost a 3x. So a 3x in 3 months. So it's pretty good. 150%, right? 2.5x, whatever. Again, old news, washed up, focus on the new stuff. Much better holds out there than Theta. Let's see. What do you think about ARB currently? ARB looks okay, right? Started to pick up heavily. Finally broke out above that 120 level, right? I tried trading this thing so many times to catch this breakout. Just got chopped up in this annoying range. It finally broke out over here December 22nd. Retested 120 and then was off to the races. I ended up missing the breakout, whatever. Can't catch them all. Anyways, yeah, ARB looks decent. 2 days of selling. Now starting to see some buyers step back into the market. We'll see if this ends up being a local bottom down here at 169. But yeah, I mean, the chart looks strong compared to a lot of other altcoins on the market. So in terms of relative strength, Arbitrum looks good. Let's see. Thank you for sharing your research. I'm up a few X's just by listening to your advice. Good to hear that, Sukhjit Singh. I don't give financial advice. I just share with you my opinion and thoughts and what I'm personally doing. So again, my content is in no way, shape, or form advice. Think of it more as a personal journal of how I look at the market for educational purposes only, right? No advice here. Anyways, glad to hear that you're up a few X's from my educational and informational content. I'm really glad to hear that, my friend. Now, my thoughts on Deso. Decentralized social, 424 mil market cap. I have heard of this one before. Interesting narrative. Is this a Cosmos project? Let me see. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. But I remember getting a Cosmos airdrop that was like a social one. Yeah, it has potential. I don't hold it personally. Could do really well. Nice website, right? Looks good. Fancy. Anyways, yeah, a good narrative. Facebook and YouTube and Instagram are still going to remain the kings of social media. They can just adopt blockchain and everybody will use that. And, these coins will pump from the narrative alone. So if you hold them, get ready to take profit if something like that happens. You get some kind of major catalyst event, right? Just always remember how when Facebook changed to Meta, gaming coins, all metaverse coins went through the roof, right? Whenever something like that happens, you have to get ready to not be euphoric and sell. I hope you learned from the last time around. Anyways, speaking of social media, your boy is now Instagram famous. The come up is real, my friends. I've simply just been posting the same short content that I've been uploading to YouTube to Instagram. And the algorithm on Instagram has seemed to love it. As you can see, 2.1 million accounts I've reached in the last 30 days. And this one reel has 2 million views and 16,000 likes. Like, it's funny because I've noticed that like the lower IQ that I make the content, the more the algorithm rewards me. So obviously, right, become a billionaire. Like, obviously, I know you're not going to necessarily, unless you invest in like tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars, you're not going to become a billionaire. But the algorithm loves that kind of stuff. And here you go. I got rewarded for it, and I got like 16,000 followers in 30 days. So that's the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm just playing the game, folks. Anyways, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the free Telegram group, boost my socials. Boost them. I appreciate your support. Let's see. Alex Santiago says, if you have 100K sitting to the side, would you go into Bitcoin now or wait? I would wait until after the ETF approval right now, right? If you want to go in heavy with size, now is not the time to do it. We're in a period of uncertainty. We're in a period of uncertainty, right? We don't know what's going to happen next, right? Maybe you have to buy back in higher if we pump up the ETF news. But nonetheless, now is not the time to be heavily loading up, say Bitcoin or altcoins. You can do regular DCA buys, but we're in a period of uncertainty in the market where I think it's kind of better if you want to go in heavy with major size to wait until after this major ETF news event comes and we have more clarity on what's going to happen next, personally speaking. Anyways, Mr. G says, can you take a look at IGUverse? Do some investigation live on stream. 6 mil market cap, very small. Got delisted from Bybit futures trading. I mean, it's listed on all major exchanges, so their VCs, I guess, did a good job of getting them there. Look, the narrative of this project, right? Like, Monetize your social media content and make a real world impact by contributing to animal welfare. Like, what? Like, how does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't know about this. And it already got delisted from Bybit futures trading, so like the market cap is so low. It's a new token, newer I should say. Let's see when it was released. Yeah, in the middle of the bear market it got released. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Monetize your social media and help animal welfare. Like, why do you need a crypto token to do that? So, yeah, I would stay away from this one personally. Common sense goes a long way when just analyzing projects. Like, what was that? But anyways, Mr. G, I hope that answers your question. Phil Spewer, thoughts on Rocket X? Still low market cap. We already discussed that. I'm very bullish on Rocket X. I think it has it's a winner. It's a clear winner in my eyes. I think it will reach a multi-billion-dollar market cap and, you know, possibly even 100x from current price. It's possible, right? It's 6.5 bill market cap. It can happen. Definitely one of the top low caps that I would be, you know, getting into right now if I didn't have any or if I wanted more. RVF is at the top of that list, and so is something like Router Protocol as well. Do you hold Quant? No, I don't. Render price to buy, yeah, just underneath $3 makes sense for Render. Baby Gronk, not interested in Baby Gronk. Yeah, Alex, we answered that question already. I would wait for that. Let's see, is 48K too conservative? Supposedly $10 trillion will be pumped into the crypto market. Look, 10 trillion will be pumped into the market most likely over time. Right? The peak, let's not forget, the peak of the last bull run in terms of the crypto total market cap was what? 3 trillion. Right? $10 trillion is not just going to go in overnight. Right? Most likely it's going to take a little bit of time to trickle in. So we could see some consolidation. We could see choppiness. I wouldn't just rush right now. Again, I would wait for the ETF approval if you're waiting to go in heavy with size. We just got a super chat from Danny. No question or anything. He just gave me the number one. Thank you, Danny Roach. I appreciate your super chat, my friend. You're the man. Thank you. Danny Roach says, will you check GTX? Thanks for all you do. We can certainly check that out, Danny. Let's check out GTX. So please clarify if this is the Gigantics wallet or the global trading Xeno currency. I'm going to assume it's this one that's up 90%. Most likely the Gigantics wallet token. Very low market cap at 3.62 mil. I know these wallet tokens have picked up quite a bit. You know, in reality, there's no real use case for them other than speculation. Let's take a look at this chart. All right, interesting looking chart here. Very interesting. Put a line at the high over here at 4.9 cents. Yeah, it's the wallet. Figured. Transform any card into a crypto wallet. Seems legit, right? Your NFC bank card can become a powerful cold wallet. Very novel idea, novel concept. Cutting edge technology meets simplicity. Seems legit. Would I buy this? No, I wouldn't buy it. The chart, you're coming into resistance now, right? You're coming into this level here where there's going to be sellers, right? People were loading up on it down here, and now you're up a few multiples. You're at a period of uncertainty in the market. You know, people are up. It hit 200%. Now a lot of people who bought that bottom are up like over 100 to 150%. So expect there to be profit taking. That's just how these markets work. Jeets are going to jeet. So if you're like really bullish on this one, what I would say is if you bought it down here and you already doubled, I would personally take out the initial and let the rest ride. Right? This is what I did with some of the wins recently, like Honeyland. Right? Honeyland, when I was down in Copenhagen, when the price was 30 cents, I let everybody in the Discord know I was selling half of it because that was a 450% gain. Right, so I took out the initial and some more. Now I have a free moon bag for the bull run, and we'll see where it goes, right? That's how I approach the projects that are not in my core portfolio. If I hold them and they multiply by a 2, 3x, in this case, 450%, that's a 5x basically, right? Take out profit and then leave a moon bag and just let it ride, let it run, let it do its thing. That's what I would do if I was in something like Gigantic's wallet, GTX from lower prices, and you're up over 100% already. Right? Just make it risk-free, get free tokens, and then just let them go. Let them do what they want. Naka is a buy. I agree. Naka is a buy. We already talked about that earlier in the live stream. I'm bullish on Nakamoto Games, and like I said, embrace those red days. Now let's look at INJ here. So INJ is a coin that I'm long on right now, and my invalidation is very clear. It's below the Monday low of this week. Right, the Monday low over here at essentially $35. This wick hit $35 exactly, and my stop is at $34.90. Now it's very simple what I'm looking for right now on INJ. Right, if Bitcoin is going to continue to range and it's going to continue to go sideways, I'm expecting at the very least, a move up until this resistance at $43. Right, this is my first target where I'm going to sell like 1/3 of the position at least, and then move stop up so it's risk free. Anyways, yeah, INJ right now we're looking for the breakout above the 4-hour 100 simple moving average. We've been getting rejected off of it. Like it's a very simple, clear idea and thesis for this long trade, right? Either we break this moving average or we hit the stop loss, right? We've been staying alive by the skin of our teeth, right? Took the position, nearly got stopped out, went back into a profit, rejected back from the Monday high, back below this 4-hour 100 simple moving average. All we need is a clean break of this 100 simple moving average on the 4-hour. And then all I really want is a move to 43. But if we are bullish going into the ETF week, we could see new highs for INJ, and that would be great. That would be great. I like to make money. So we'll see how we go. Jasper says, Connor, it's awesome that you do such a long live stream. Thank you, legend. You're very welcome, Jasper. I appreciate your support. I'm glad to hear that you are a fan of the live streams. Now, one more thing talking about INJ. If we do end up getting stopped out of this trade, look, I don't quit. I don't give up. I'll be looking for another entry. Where will I be looking for that entry? Down here at our 4-hour 200 EMA, which is at $32.93, basically $33. I'll be looking for another entry, but hopefully we just hit our targets and we get paid from this current position. Only active trade I'm in right now. Tia, no longer in this one. We got wicked. But yeah, we still made good money from TIA over the Christmas period. Still ended up being in a profit. But yeah, if you're trading, just focus on the ones that move. INJ, TIA, Solana, right? You don't need to go after these like low cap coins. Just stick to the easy ones that move a lot, have volatility. INJ, Solana, and TIA are really like the main three to focus on. Anyways, Route is pumping. Let's take a look at Router Protocol. Not Chad coins. We want the bull market coins. Oof. Oof. Feels good. It does feel pretty good. $8.42. We're almost at a 3x from entry. And I did buy some more at around like $5 or so. So yeah, give myself a little pat on the back. Kidding. Anyways, who's been talking about Route as much as me for months now? Tell me somebody else who's been talking about this coin as much as I have for months. Bullish on it before most. Before the herd started talking about it, we were covering it here at Crypto Empire. Anyways, hopefully this breakout ends up holding and we make some new highs. You know, what if it just gets rejected back down? Then all of this celebration is for nothing. But we do expect Router Protocol to reach a multi-billion-dollar market cap. And right now, Router Protocol is at a 118 mil market cap. So we can't be counting any chickens before they hatch. Right? We have a ways to go on Router Protocol. In my opinion, it's way too early to be selling. Right? Because if you sell after a 2-3x, you turn a possible 100x into a 50x if you sell half of your investment. Right? That's some chicken stuff. Right? We want to hold strong and, you know, at least wait for a 10x to start realizing some gains. This way we don't blow our entire stack and end up changing a 100x into a 50x and then completely regret it and want to cry and throw up later on when it does end up reaching that 100x level from the entry price. Right? You need to have faith. You got to believe. You got to hold strong. You got to have your own thesis and your own strategy and your own ideas, and you can't just be a follower or a gullible little guppy, just going with the current with no control over where you're going. You got to know exactly where you're going. You got to have a plan in place, and this is what we have here with Router Protocol. And so far, so good. So far, it's working out. Just one of my many altcoin picks. My altcoins are doing so good, guys. Look at me. Right? You see some dorks talking about that on YouTube. Like, look, whatever. We get some right, we get some wrong, but we do get more right than wrong here at Crypto Empire. So it's good to see Router Protocol doing well. Patrick, it was kind of like a rhetorical question. Right, I was kind of like blowing smoke, but he says that $1 trillion talked a lot about Route on X. Like, a lot of people were talking about Route. I was not the only one to be talking about Route. I know that. I was just saying that it's all good. Anyways, guys. It's time to wrap up the live stream. We've been going for an hour and 23 minutes. We're going to wrap this one up. Hold strong. ETF week is here. We'll see if we do get that approval. 100 days till the halving. Most altcoins are not going to see their crazy runs up until Bitcoin makes that new all-time high. Route, RVF, great low caps to look into. You have other ones like Rio, which are good. Naka, below 100 mil is good. Coin, good. Passage, we crushed this one, right? 2.1 cents up to 12 cents. Now at 9.4 cents. Congratulations to everybody holding a lithium. Again, shout out to Michael, DJI Manor, and all the other gem hunters who participate in the Crypto Empire Sunday live stream, who bring these gems to my attention. Right, a lithium, you guys were telling me it's the next Caspa at 90 cents. Here it is at $2. So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you to the Crypto Empire community for always being here, for supporting me, for watching the content, for engaging, liking, subscribing, commenting in the live chat. You guys make this community, this channel what it is. It would not be the same without all of your support. So seriously, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing what you do and supporting me here at Crypto Empire. We're still very young. We're a very small channel, and we have plans of global domination to take over the world. So we are making that happen right now. Give me 1 second. Before I end the live stream, I'm going to turn my camera back on so I can do a proper sign off. Anyways, like I was saying, we have plans to take over the world, and we're very small right now. So we need members, we need more subscribers. So smash that like button, help us get into that YouTube algorithm and grow more. Thank you for all of your support. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Again, I'm Instagram famous now. One more time. Your boy blew up. 17K followers. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Thank you for all of your support. Shout out to the Instagram algorithm for rewarding content that is just very low IQ. Don't hate the player, hate the game. This is Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. I hope that you guys did enjoy this live stream. We covered a lot. Stay frosty out there with the Bitcoin ETF approval coming up most likely this week. Nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. Just stay on your toes and get ready to act when we get a clear direction in the market. But you should already be well prepared if you've been following Crypto Empire for some time already. I wrote my free ebook in September, 4 months ago now. And if you just followed some of the advice in that ebook, you've already experienced massive portfolio growth. You've outperformed all of the other guys telling you to just buy Quant and H-Bar. You've blown them out of the water. So congratulations to you if you read that ebook and you just listen to my strategy on how I do things. That ebook is still available for free on Gumroad. You can get it using the link down in the description below. And yeah, a lot of the coins that I talked about in that ebook have done extraordinarily well. And it's just the beginning. There have been a few portfolio additions from the time of writing that ebook. There's been a few knockdowns of coins that I talked about in that ebook that I no longer am interested in. But nonetheless, the timing of that ebook was absolutely legendary. And anybody who paid attention throughout the past few months here at Crypto Empire, you're doing amazing. Anyways, it's time for me to go. It's late over here in Southeast Asia. Have an amazing Sunday wherever you are in the world. If it's already Monday like it is for me, let's get some rest and have an amazing day tomorrow. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. I'll see you in the next video.